Let's do some more detecting. I forgot to press the button. Where are we going? Italy? And Tanjong Pagar. Or I am freaking chilly. What is it right now? It's 48 degrees. So what, like 9 Celsius? Forensic lab, dude, this is thinking Miami Beach.
Finally, huh?
Justin, thanks so much for arranging
This is
this.
Sammy.
Hi, Justin. Amira has told me all
All
about
good
you.
things, I hope.
Always just good things. And this is
Hello, Lily.
Justin. Long time.
Long time. Hope you've been behaving, huh?
Of course I have. My establishment is
I'd rather not. Anyway, this is Cassandra. There's goddamn forensics tech in the force.
Nice to meet you all. Do you have the sample? Yes, right here. Thank you. This is roughly enough for, I'd say, 2 tests. Our analysis machines can check out for a dozen or so poisons and only one type of poison per test. You're going to have to tell me which to test for. Here's the list. Thank you. You over there, come talk to me when you're ready. Take your time, we've only got enough for terror for 2 tests. In the meantime, I'll give Sammy and Lily a tour. Best not to crowd around here for any raising the eyebrows. He has stomach pains. Suffering from muscles and aches and hair loss during his last visit. I wish it read the test I could do. Really bet they have a bunch of poisons inside my stinking Google list. Alright. Let's dial in. Hematoxin. Symptoms. Irritation of the respiratory tract, headache, dizziness, nausea. Okay, not that one. Arsenic. And this is arsenic poison to the body. Affects skin, liver, lungs, and kidneys. In the final stage, symptoms include seizures and shock. Botulinum, type A. Rare but serious illness caused by a toxin that affects the body nerves. Symptoms of botulism usually start with weakness in the muscles that control the eyes, face, mouth, and throat. He had weakness in his arms. Okay, so it also spreads the next arms, legs, torso. Okay. So botulism or botulism, food poisoning. Okay. Cyanide. I don't believe it's cyanide. Symptoms, please. Death. If hydrogen cyanide is inhaled, it can cause a coma and seizures of apnea and cardiac arrest. Plutonium. Poisoning victim experiences multiple organ failures as an alpha radiation particle is bombarded the liver, kidneys, and bone marrow from within. Nausea, hair loss, and throat swelling. Alright, that's a possible candidate. Mycotoxin. Gastrointestinal symptoms of nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and abdominal pain and cramps, and on occasion a metallic taste in the mouth, are followed by neurologic symptoms of paresthesia around the mouth and extremities. Okay, hold on. These are some gastrointestinal problems, right? This is his muscles aches and hair loss, so I don't think that really matters. Polonium. Polonium poison symptoms. A poison victim experiences multiple organ failures as an alpha radiation particle is bombarded the liver. These include nausea, hair loss, and throat swelling. Kind of the same as botulism. Botulism. Riken. Listen, I've seen Breaking Bad. I should know this one. Inhalation within a few hours of inhaling a significant amounts of Riken. Monthly symptoms would be respiratory diseases, fever, cough, nausea, and tightness in the chest. Sarin. Runny nose, tightness in the chest, and constriction of the pupils. Strychnine? Not in dogs, autofill. Severe painful spasms of the neck, back, and limbs, convulsions with the intact sensorism. Not you. Knocked off. Tetrodotoxetine. Headache, diaphoresis, body numbness, tachycardia, dysphagia, nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, generalized malaise, weakness, and lack of coordination. Severe cases, hypotension, cardiac arrhythmias, muscle paralysis, and cranial nerve dysfunction. Okay. Not keep it off the list. Thallium. Severe stomach pains, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go with it being. What was it? Frick. You. What were you for again? Abdomen, constipation, nausea, vomiting, dilated pupils, drooling around. He didn't specify this, so maybe that's a bit overkill. Maybe it's actually more the plutonium poisoning. Headache, dizziness, weakness, nausea. Nausea, hair loss, and throat swelling. No, I think it is more because you had muscle spasms as well, right? Just a few minutes. There no trace of botulinum type A in the sample, or the amount was too low to be detected. Ruled out as a cause of death. Thank you. I was thinking about what to test for next. So there wasn't multiple poisons. It was just I thought there was gonna be multiple poisons. Okay. So hair, muscle weakness in the muscles and hair loss. Thallium. Got it. Higher than safe levels of thallium in Caleb's hair. This is good proof is that any of the thallium probably has something to do with his death. Excellent, great, thank you, Cassandra. Thallium, my poor friend. So sorry you had to find out this way, Sami. There's only one way to make this right, Amira. We need to find out who did this. I'm with you, we should tell Lucas.
Let me.
No, this one's on me. I went against his wishes to get this done. I own this. We got real lucky thanks to the lock of hair, Sammy. Never have imagined that one of the last physical traces of Caleb would uncover a sinister truth. Creator really does work in mysterious ways. Well, we have the poison, but we don't have the culprit. We need a suspect. I know definitely where to start. Yeah, I'm gonna reboot the game too. Sibling rivalry. Finish Tiger Lily's case. 1 week later. Angel's share initiative was destined to make a lot of people very angry, but one person most of all. Before all that, I owe Lucas an update and explanation. I'm gonna reboot it because I feel like the audio was actually broken. Alright. What? Do I call Lucas? Whatever, I don't care. Call Lucas and invite him for a meeting. Amira, hi. Hi, Lucas. I hope I didn't catch you at a bad time. That's alright. I can spare a few minutes. Everything okay? Not really, Lucas. We need to talk. Prodigal son. New case. I'll explain everything. There's so much you need to know about your father. What is it? What about him? Can you meet me at the White Mare in Bugus? A wine bar on the Manila Street? Okay, headed there as soon as I can. Let's think I got here first. Better find a table. I want a booth. I want a booth. What the frick? That's good. Sammy. Sammy, please. Hey, Sammy. Amir, are you with him? Not yet. Shouldn't be here soon. What a mess, huh? It really is. I know what it's like to have complicated relationships with parents. I've seen the worst outcomes, too, on the job. I mean, the bitterness can drive people to do crazy things. But if there's anyone who knows what happened, I had a strong hunch it'll be Ariel. Afraid to say that, we have our differences, but I didn't imagine in a million years that she'd hurt her father. Amanda can do that. I need to speak with her when I'm done with Lucas. Do you know where I can find her? Been spending most of her time at the Great Abode. Change in leadership is keeping her busy. Taking over Caleb's office, you'll most likely find her there. Of course she did. Can you see her? I'll call you later. Break the news as gently as you can. Thanks for meeting me. This is just us. Yes, please have a seat. He's already sitting in the mirror. I didn't want to come, to be honest. I'm doing my best to close this chapter of my life. Totally understand. I know this isn't easy. I wouldn't have called you here to talk about Caleb if it wasn't important. Now, this is something I needed to confess. I listened to the hollow diaries your father left behind, the ones in the safety deposit box. Didn't I ask you to destroy those tapes? I know. Amira, those were technically my property, and I asked you nothing to destroy them. You went against my wishes. Now telling me not only did you choose to not do what I asked, you listened to them too. You can't be serious. Please listen. Throughout my career, my instincts have saved my life and put very bad people behind bars many times. For what is it worth, you hired me as an investigator, and my instincts told me to listen to those hollow diaries. What exactly did your instincts lead you to? I'm going to keep it short and skip to the things that happened in between. Was Caleb died of thallium poisoning? Well, what? How did you know this? I know this is hard to hear right now, but please, you need to let me explain. Your father was able to donate all the proceeds of the temple's investment. Was about to donate all the temple's. Your father was about to donate all the proceeds of the temple's investment fund to charity. Most likely, I can give to a lot of people who stood to lose a lot of money. But how do you know he was poisoned? You ran tests on Caleb's hair, Sammy kept a lock of your father's hair as a keepsake. Results showed lethal levels of thallium. Oh god. It's Lucas easy, please need you to be strong. Do you know who did it? I think I do. Who? I think it's Ariel, Lucas. Ariel. Stood to lose the most from your father's decision. It would have unraveled all these years of hard work she put into building the temple's investment fund. Oh my god, how can you be so sure? I'm not sure, that's why I have to speak with her. It's the only way to know for sure. And if she really is behind all of this, I'm afraid I'm going to have to do what I need to do to make her answer for her crime. Of course you do. When are you going? Soon, just need to prepare a few things. I'll go over to her office and try to catch her alone. Well, but what if it's not safe? She's no angel, Amira. Don't worry, I can handle myself. I'll announce that you go to Lily's club. She and Sammy are waiting for you. Keep you all updated. Okay, I'll head over there. Amira, are you armed? Ariel? I don't want the situation to escalate any more than it already has. Neither do I, and no, I'm not armed. Like I said, I can handle myself. Please, for the love of all that is good and decent, be careful if she really is a killer. I have to go to Lilith as soon as you can. But what the heck are you doing here? Ariel, we need to talk. Talk to the police. Your father didn't die of natural causes. What, are you insane? You're not. It was poison thallium to be precise. But nobody would have known that. No autopsy, no body to investigate after the cremation. How? Luckily for us, Sammy held on to a lock of Caleb's hair. We took it to the forensics lab. According to the results, it was far according to the results, was far above the lethal dose. A man in his 60s, he had no chance. Oh my gosh. The Angels Share initiative threatened to destroy everything you worked hard for. What? His hollow diaries revealed a man who found new purpose in his life, a man who sees an opportunity to rewrite his legacy. A chance to reconnect with his son, and you were about to lose it all, Ariel. What are you saying? It's a long way down from where you're standing, Ariel. Nothing's going to undo what you did. Real love is nothing more than to see an ambitious young woman who wasn't afraid to make her mark stumble and fall. I will go with you right now to the superintendent of the CID, and I will do what I can to make sure you avoid the gallows. Dad. Let's go, Ariel, and do the right thing. We had a fight the last time we spoke. He wanted me to sign the papers, he wanted my consent. The Angel Share Initiative was a ridiculous idea, the brainchild of a man who had become acutely aware of his mortality. It was a desperate act of redemption, and yes, it was his way of reconnecting with Lucas. And it pushed aside everything that it dedicated so many years of my life to. Did you shave your head or get a haircut? I think you did. What was that? I signed him? What? All my life I just wanted to make Dad proud, you know? He was never the same man when Mom passed away. Always distant, always focused on the church and his flock. When he and Lucas fell apart, he did everything he could to save the relationship. Pleaded, he begged, he was always coming up with new ideas to reinvent himself, to be the father Lucas wanted. And I was left alone in the background doing everything I could to get his attention. I thought to myself, maybe if I worked harder, maybe if I tried harder. In the end, work was all that I had. The success of the temple and the wealth it accumulated became my consolation. Deep in my heart, I just wanted my father back. So when I saw what Angel's Shared Initiative meant to him, when I saw how much he needed it, how could I refuse? Ariel, yeah, I know, I don't blame you for thinking I'd oppose Dad's plans. People have a certain impression of me, I get that. And Lucas, I hate to be the one to tell you this, Amir, but he's really good at playing a victim. Whenever he told you about how he wants nothing to do with the temple, easy for him to say when he receives 5% of the profits earned from the investment fund. I didn't know that. Not your fault for not knowing, it's Lucas's fault for not telling you. It was Dad's idea, he wanted Lucas to benefit from the temple one way or another. He did all the work, but he got to enjoy the fruits of my labor. Frustrating is also unfair. Hang on, you're telling me Lucas was going to lose that percentage of his profits if the Angel Share project went through? Well, yeah, he goes on and on about how he doesn't care about the money, and how he had Dad fooled, you know. But I knew the moment he heard about Angel Share, he must have freaked out. I won't lie, I signed the documents partly to cut him off and expose his act. Oh, no. What's wrong? Amir, where's Lucas? You made me do this. Lucas, no. No? So sorry, Ariel, you were never supposed to die. Don't do this. Lucas, please. Close your eyes. Please. Shh. Lucas. Lucas, what have you done? I'm sorry. Amira, are you alright? Yeah, this Kevlar vest was a great investment. Oh, thank God. Could have had it all. You just lost your way. Prodigal son case closed. Morning. Sammy. Sorry for having uninvited. Hate to get out in the way of maybe a busy day. Not at all. Come in, have a seat. So it was like, what's your face gonna pay me? How's it going? How's Ariel? Well, for someone who lost what remained of her family in such a short period of time and under such circumstances, she's stronger than anyone I've ever known, and I think she'll be okay. Can't believe I got it all wrong, Sammy. I'm sure she forgives you, and you ought to forgive yourself. You saved your life. Still, my instincts betrayed me. The fault isn't in her believing her instincts are never wrong. The fault is in believing they aren't allowed to be. You really know how to say the right thing, Sammy. Wish I had a sidekick like you. Well, when do I start? Ah, you think I'm joking, don't you? You're not. I'm too old for the temple, and as much as I love Ariel, her vision for it is not compatible with mine. Old man like me could use a job. Don't tell anyone, but living on my pension is a miserable way to spend my twilight. If you're living on your pension, maybe you just want to be a volunteer. When I work here at a detective agency, you know doesn't pay great. I'm not here for the paycheck. I'm here to prove that I can still be of use. I met many people in the temple, people who could prove useful to use in one way or another. Failing that, I suppose I could offer spiritual guidance, whatever this is worth to you. Sammy, the job is yours, but there's not enough space at the moment. Give me some time to think about it, maybe I can rent more space. I don't want to be such an expensive burden, Amira. You are ongoing, my team was always in my cards. I'll be in touch as soon as I get my office, as soon as my office is ready. Before you can hire an employee, you need to expand your office. Call the real estate agent from your contacts list. They may help arrange for more office space. Once it's all done, call your prospective employee to let them know. Oh my freaking god, Sammy. Things I do for you? You know, I wonder what's Ariel's secret? How did she get so good at timing the market? Rumored that she hired some sort of secretive programming genius or something. Built her a program that basically automated the temple's investments. Wouldn't be surprised robot investors aren't really new technology. Maybe this programming genius knows something the others don't. Maybe so. Well, anyway, let's get to the church. Great idea, I never told you, but one big reason I came to work here is to be close to the food. You're not working here yet. You mean the church, never mind. Smart move. So freaking lucky, I like you, Sammy. Samira Dharma from 90 Wei Yang Street. I was hoping to get in touch with an agent about renting the adjacent office. Can arrange that? Would you like to an agent to drop by in the next hour or two? Actually, sorry. I hit the wrong button. Yes, please. Yes, please do. I'll be waiting. Right away, Miss Dharma. 2 hours later. Ms. Dharma, I'm from 66 Real Estate. Sent over to talk about the adjacent office for rent. Ah, yes, let's do it. Please come in. Passing you the terms and documentation, have a look. Rent's the same, but utilities go up by 1,000. Let me in charge right off the bat. Okay. That's good to me. Let's do it. Please just sign the corner of every page, actually twice, just to be sure. Deal, well, there you go. 48 hours to prepare the unit for use. After that, it's all yours. Thank you. Good day, Ms. Dharma. Much better square footage. The room is ready for a new employee, but am I? Tell me. Has he been watching? Remember that job opening? Well, let's just say the office is finally ready for it. That's excellent news. I'll pack my things then. Wonderful. Looking forward to it. Sammy, welcome to the Chinatown Detective Agency. Donk, 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 donk. 2 weeks later. Been a wild ride so far. I think I've had a long enough break. I need to start thinking about the next paycheck. Just in time, Justin, huh? I better call him back as soon as possible. Need a chat? Am I in the new building? I paid for this upgrade for nothing? Sammy. You bought a freaking robot, Sammy? What the heck, man? Uh, I have Sammy. I don't need any of these chuds. This is from Madan. Things are good. Finally started the calligraphy class. Teacher said I showed potential with which another way to tell me I sucked. House is a bit emptier since it's cleared out all your old stuff. I think you took my CD player too, but I have my new phone. No, so it's fine. Sorry. Adan's. Do you have a brother? Oh, this is your dad. I thought Adan was the dude we met in Kuro. Oh, okay. I think it's last marker potential because we finish the case. I'll be back and we'll do a little bit more. Until Sagi. BRB.